Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
What are some basic things about having sex that a lot of people don't realize? Women are more likely to orgasm from a grinding motion, rather than thrusting in and out. Keep your pelvis in contact with hers the whole time for best results. Grindin. Apply pelvis directly on the pelvis. Take a shower. Wash your hands. Brush your teeth. Trim your fingernails. Yes! Exclamation mark. Please trim your nails before sticking them inside someone. Trim and file. Freshly cut edges are harsh. My first time being fingered, the guy had never even seen a vagina in person before. Basically, he had damn long fingernails. I never knew that was important. And he had no idea how to put his fingers in. Basically, I got stabbed over and over and it felt like death. Scrub your ass crack. I've seen too many posts on Reddit to know this isn't automatic for some people. Nauseated face. It's not as clean as they show in movies, shows. You don't go from having sex to getting up, putting on a skirt with no underwear and getting back to the office. If I did that, I'd be leaving a cum trace like a slutty snail. Right? For the longest time when I was younger, I was jealous of women that could just jump up and slip back into their thong and negligee without any wet, sticky mess afterwards, until I realized those women don't exist. Lol. So true. It's much cleaner with a condom, but I still need to wipe down there. Between lube, sweat, and cum, both people are going to be sticky south of the border. Peeing after sex helps prevent UTIs, and is a good time for a quick wipe and tidy up. Harder and faster, not the same thing. But dear God, when they're close to orgasm, do the same thing that's working. Not something else. I've been told the problem with that is that as soon as men know we're almost there, their arousal goes into overdrive and they'll blow like Krakatoa if they don't change what they're doing. So to avoid orgasming before she does, they change what they're doing. Not realizing that doing so means all progress is lost on her end. It's a horrible catch-22 situation. The importance of foreplay. I remember seeing something around 10 years ago that said 20 to 30% of women orgasm from PIV sex. With 20 minutes of good foreplay, that number jumps to around 70+%. Wish I could find the specific study but can't, it's just shitty Cosmo articles. But pretty sure it was something from the Kinsey Institute. Either way, more foreplay. It's the most basic thing and yet it's the most neglected thing for some people. How do you do foreplay effectively? Being in love actually makes sex better. Intimacy isn't getting naked. It can include being naked and appreciating the nuisances of their body and being made to feel comfortable in your own skin. It's also holding hands, being close and comfortable silences FML nuances. I think you mean nuances. Like way, WAAAAAY fucking better. Also, WAAAAY better fucking. If you got a curve, work with it, not against it. Women's vaginas can be curved as well. Took me 28 years to know this. A lot of people don't actually like or are ready to do many of the things that are standard in porn. Edit. I'm not talking about unrealistic scenarios like plumber or incest, but actual sex acts and positions. Like incest! Exclamation mark. There goes my weekend. So you're telling me my neighbor really does need a plumber? And there is nothing wrong with vanilla. Wash your hands. I like to dip them in spicy oil before starting. Don't finger bang your girlfriend after making a hot curry from scratch. It's nothing like porn. It's awkward. A lot of famous positions can be uncomfortable. Some people are really quiet. Beds are squeaky. Animals will jump up on the bed. There will be weird smells and sounds. Laughing is okay. The only one of these examples that bothers me is the animal thing. It makes me so uncomfortable, haha. Yeah, having a cat randomly lick your asshole while doing it is a little startling. Make sure you've freshened up. Nothing is as gross as a dirty beehole. Wash your fucking balls too. I once was told I had the cleanest dick she'd ever been near and I've carried that with me forever. Tell me about some of those dicks. Kansas City, spring of, 98. Guy had a dick like a warthog. Coarse in the throat. Smelled like an onion. Ann Arbor, hash bash, 2008. Dick was like sucking on a parched slug. Smelled like fucking cat food. Eureka, summer of 2010. That dick was actually coated in cat food. Quote. Everyone has different needs and desires, and just because you're satisfied doesn't mean they are. I'm so glad my brain is so simple. I see her enjoying, I get turned on. Simple mathematics really. Sex should be about making each other feel good. Always move stuff from the bed that is a pain in the ass to wash. I've ruined the mood before not wanting to wash and dry a king-size comforter that was washed recently. Hijacking this to add towel. Just designate a sex towel and put it down beforehand. It makes cleanup way easier. My current GF thought I was a genius for doing this. Apparently before she'd just sleep in nasty sheets. TBF I saw in an amateur porno, but a good idea is a good idea. If it's dry there is a very high chance of something tearing. Or splitting. Or ripping. Or snapping. So what do? Chow down baby. But also, lube is your friend. Some men make a lot of pre-cum. Some don't. Same goes for women. You're not a failure because your body doesn't self-lubricate all that well. There's no shame in lube. The number one weirdest part of all pornography is just how dry it looks. Some dude whips out his thunderous cock and the chick is like, yeah daddy. Give it to me, while rubbing her pussy which is drier than the Mojave. At this point I am usually concerned. But then, with all the awareness of a troglodyte, the dude will inevitably just jam it in dry over my protesting screams and the chick gets to pretend like it's the best thing ever while smiling away the smell of cooked meat emanating from her ferociously rug-burned pussy. I wish I could unread that last sentence. So many people don't understand the point of lube. And not everyone produces enough lubrication naturally. Especially anyone on meds like antidepressants. Even if you think you are wet enough, lube would make it so much better.